If you've not been here before, welcome to the lovely place. If you're a regular, welcome back. Today, it's very loud in here, so I'm going to just talk to you about what's going on and what we're going to be doing. I've got my skid steer man. He's also my concrete guy. And right now what he's doing is he is just grading this dirt. He's going to be pulling it back. And in a little bit, you're going to see him not only get it leveled out pretty good, but start digging trenches, because right behind this and in this video we're going to have our plumbers come, and they're going to be following the plans that we worked on and kind of came up with to make the front part of this pole barn a tiny house, unofficially, a place that we can come and we can clean up, we can do what we need to do, cook, and all that good stuff. I'll tell you a little bit more about it as this video goes on. But yeah, I was amazed at how good this gentleman is at, taking this skid steer. I was scared to death that he was going to back into the wall. But man, I know this is in fast motion, but he was actually going fast too. And he's been doing it for a lot of years, and he knows what he's doing. So he was able to just maneuver around there and really do some quick work. So the plan is to get it graded, get those trenches dug so that we can lay in the drains and the plumbing. And then obviously we're going to be bringing some gravel in and getting it prepared for concrete as well. So sit back, enjoy this ride, watch this guy do his thing, and it's pretty cool. I want so bad to have a skid steer, and I want to be able to do this. There's so many uses for it, and I know in the future I'll be renting it. I'll be renting one to use for many different projects. So enjoy this. This is going to be a good day. Right here, this is where I was starting to get very nervous. He's getting very close to those windows and doors, and if you watched our videos of part 1 and part 2 of the pole barn build, you'll know the time and effort that went into this, and this was concerning me a little bit. This front area that he's scraping back right now is actually where the tiny house is going to be, and right here you can see where he's starting to dig out the trench that we're going to put the plumbing across from the kitchen sink and the dishwasher all the way into the bathroom. I never knew that people used a fork or one fork to actually dig a trench, but this guy apparently has done this before, and he does it well. So right now what we're doing is we're cutting a trench for the sewer line to go out the front of the building if we can clean up with the septic tank out that way. We also did a trench to the center, straight over that way where the toilet's going to be, so this whole line will be easily accessible to our plumber who's coming in here in a couple of days. And that way they don't have to do any digging in the dirt, just move a little gravel, and in they go. So what I'm learning through this process is that you can't look at the whole project as a huge elephant. I had a good friend a long time ago told me this. How do you eat an elephant? They asked me. And I said, I don't know. How do you eat an elephant? And the answer was one bite at a time. If we look at this whole project and we think about everything that we've got to get accomplished, especially the way I'm doing it, just as I can and on a budget and just trying to pay as I go, and just some things I'll try to do myself, some things I'll find contractors or subs that I'll get in there and I'll interview a few and get some quotes and then get the right people in to take care of things. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of planning, but most importantly it takes a lot of patience and just being I guess optimistic and moving forward just a little bit at a time. The key is persistence in anything that you do in life, and this is certainly no different. You just have to take your time, stay focused, and have your game plan. Know the steps that you need to take day by day, and always be working toward that final goal. So speaking of steps and working towards your goal, here are the plumbers. As you can see, they are just digging away. Our trenches weren't quite exactly as deep and as wide and in the exact position that we needed them in, but it was definitely a good start, and I know it helped these guys a lot. They came a couple of days right after we did the dirt work there, and this is the first of 3 trips. So this trip is what we call, I guess, what is this called? It's not the rough end, because the rough end is the second trip when they're going to end up putting it in the framed walls that we're going to be doing. This trip is just laying down the initial drains and pipes and in preparation for the rough end. And then the last trip they will do, when we get to that point, hopefully it won't be too terribly long, but that trip will be when they come in, and at that time they will want us to have completed the shower, the tile, everything. They will want the walls completely covered, the framed walls that we will be doing very soon, hopefully. They will want the cabinets in and the sink in position so that they can hook up, insert all the faucets, all the drains, and just do the finish work. And so this subcontractor actually broke my entire project into 3 bills, which I thought was phenomenal. One bill will be for approximately a third of the project. I think maybe it was initially a little bit larger percent than 1/3 initially. No, I think that's actually the final. Anyway, it's kind of like a third, and a third. And you pay only when the guys come in and they do that part of the work, of the job scope. So I thought that was very fair and great. I just hope by the time we get to the second part, and then finally the third part, that he's not forgotten that I exist, because I'm afraid that there's going to be a lot more time between our 3 trips than his average client. So yeah, they're really digging through that wall so that they can get the drainage, the septic line to go out the front of the building, so that we can eventually connect and put us a septic tank. And then the whole line going, from side to side. I'm going around the front of the building here to show you where that line is going to be coming out. And somewhere out past that way, we're going to connect in the septic line and go out to a future septic tank. And the plan is to put concrete out around the perimeter of the building, so that PVC pipe for the septic line is actually going to be buried under concrete. So we've got to get this right the first time. So right here, as you can see, he is actually putting in the toilet drain, and we are working in a very tight space for this little bathroom. The actual toilet is much closer to that wall than we wish it was going to be. It's going to be a tight fit between the toilet and a washer dryer combo. We're going to actually put in one of those under the counter washer dryers, and it's going to be right beside this toilet. And beside that, so we have the toilet on the right there if you're looking from this angle. To the left of it will be the washer dryer combo, and it'll all be under counter. To the left of that will be a sink for the bathroom, and to the left of that will be a shower. And so all of this is crammed into a very tight spot right here. So you can see I was over there back and forth just making sure that we got that measurement just right. We had to account for the actual wall covering that we're going to be putting on those walls, because I mean we're down to the quarter of an inch to make sure that this all works out just right. I can't wait to see if this all comes together the way we envision it to. I went and bought some graph paper at a craft store, a couple of nice rulers and some mechanical pencils, and just started drawing, you know, and setting out the actual how many feet goes this way and inches this way and so on, and we've got us a plan, so I think it's going to come together. We shall see. Hang in there. And by the way, speaking of hanging in there, if you like what we're doing here at the lovely place, we would love to have the privilege of you being a part of our journey as we go through this. It was several months ago that we purchased this property, and we have just not stopped working to make it into something that we can come to, and we can actually, I guess, have a place of refuge and a place that we can call home one day. We want to build our house here in our homestead. That is the goal. In the meantime, we want this tiny house to be that homestead. We have a lot of big plans, and we want you to be a part of it. And together, our goal is to work with you and make this the lovely place. We look forward to all of your comments coming in. We are excited to see those every time we post a new video, and look forward to learning from you and getting some good suggestions. So please like the video if you enjoy the content. Know that we're going to be doing so many more things in the future. We're going to be building more driveways. We're going to be cutting more trails. We're going to be getting new equipment. On the agenda is so many different types of equipment to help us survive and thrive, and eventually building gardens, creating gardens and creating a pond, and all sorts of things. And there goes my alarm at the property right now. I'm actually making this video from my home, or this audio right now. I came back, and it just I want to tell you about these cameras that we use. I've got a video that I'm working on, and I'm going to post, and it's called these cameras are called Reolink. It just notified me, even though we have no electricity at the property and we have no Wi-Fi, I'm able to get notifications in real time, like you just heard. And then when I get that notification, I pick up my phone and I watch live the recording of the last, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds, whatever it is, to see what it recorded. And then I can touch another button and go live. And so it's really cool to see what this Reolink camera can do. I can pan and tilt. I can set off alarms. I can talk if someone's there. And the best part is I can see wildlife. But this time it was just a spider crawling across a web in front of the camera lens. So you get everything when you are watching your property from a distance. But I don't know how I would make it without it. I'm able to monitor things and know that at all times things are okay. Thank God. Thank God that everything is okay. All right, there's the shower. Shower is coming in. We've got the drain coming up right now, putting a little gravel around it and just tying up all the loose ends. I really appreciate you joining us today. I hope that you'll stick around and subscribe to the video, and like I said before, together we will turn this land into the lovely place. We look forward to seeing you again very soon, and I wish you well and God bless.